Welcome back, WrestleRanters, to WrestleRant edition number 48. I'm your host, Bleacher, featured Columnist, level 2, Graham Jason Matthews, here today to review last night's epic pay-per-view entitled Extreme Rules Live in Chicago, Illinois. And I'm just going to try to keep it brief because I have a load of other shit to do today. So if you do not see my Extreme Rules written out version review up on Next Era Wrestling in the next couple of hours, it should probably be up tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm trying to get to that. There's a lot of other stuff I need to do, so in due time. But anyway, moving on, we had Marella versus Santino Marella, the United States champion, successfully defend his United States Championship against The Miz on the pre-show before this show went live. This match was pretty brief. I believe it was only around 45 minutes. Really didn't do anything. Not a bad match, an excellent match. Marella really needs to get the title off of him. I've said it before, I'll say it again. He does not need the United States Championship. The Miz, on the other hand, was headlining Extreme Rules last year. I mean, I love his promos. He always makes great truth out of every single one of them, and his promo last night before the match was no different. He made a good point on how he was headlining the show last year for the WWE title. Now this year he can't even make the card when he's facing Santino Marella, and he lost clean. So, as I said before, Miz just needs to go to SmackDown, turn face, and just progress with his career, because being on Raw at this point, jobbing to someone like Santino Marella does nothing for him. So to kick off the show, we had Randy Orton kick off the Extreme Rules pay-per-view for the second year in a row against Kane in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Pretty fun match, pretty fun brawl between these two. These guys went all around the arena, a lot of good action. These guys always provide good matches. The result was never really in doubt with Randy Orton going over Kane. Kane didn't really need the victory, and if Orton's scheduled to face Brock Lesnar in the summer, he really needs all the wins that he can get. So good win for Orton, and just good action overall, and a good way to kick off the show. Hot start to the show. Now we moved on to an unadvertised match between Brodus Clay and Dolph Ziggler, obviously with the dancers and Hornswoggle in Brodus Clay's corner, and then Jack Swagger and Vicky Guerrero in Dolph Ziggler's corner. A decent match. I mean, I was pretty surprised. I'm not really surprised because they were in Chicago, but Dolph Ziggler was getting immense face chants. Not chants, more cheers, but you know what I mean, though. I'm not saying he should turn face just yet, but I just find that his popularity is through the roof in all these hot crowds, like he was in Miami a couple weeks ago. Brodus Clay was starting to get booed at the beginning. I don't really think Hornswoggle is helping him. I think he's more so hindering him. But that's just my personal opinion, because I do not like Hornswoggle. He really does not add anything to Brodus Clay. I much like Santino and Brodus Clay. I think that made a better chemistry and better tag team. But anyways, a good win for Brodus Clay here. It was a clean win over a former World Heavyweight Champion. But, you know, a win is a win for Brodus Clay. And, I mean, it's pretty sad that Dolph Ziggler has fallen this far from nearly beating the WWE Champion CM Punk at Royal Rumble to jobbing to Brodus Clay at Extreme Rules in an unadvertised match. But they got the crowd behind Brodus Clay here, so I am glad to see that. Hopefully his character continues to progress and improve over the next couple of weeks and finally gets put in an angle where he can progress forward up the card. Maybe in the United States Championship picture, who knows. Moving on to Cody Rhodes versus Big Show. Cody Rhodes successfully won back the Intercontinental Championship by defeating the Big Show in a tables match. The match itself really didn't do anything for me. I mean, they just announced the stipulation beforehand, but it was a good way to defeat Big Show clean without having Cody Rhodes pin him, and gives the title back to Cody Rhodes as I originally predicted after being buried over the last couple of weeks. So a good win for Cody Rhodes here, and it wasn't a cheap heel victory either. I mean, he didn't really cheat to win. I believe he won cleanly. He just drop-kicked Big Show's foot into the table, and Big Show lost. So I don't know why he was getting pissed over that. Sorry, my phone's going off. But, okay, never mind. But, yeah, a good win for Cody Rhodes here. He really needs back the Intercontinental Championship, so a very good win for him here. And Big Show was able to get his redemption after the match when he chokeslammed Cody Rhodes through the table twice, which is pretty awesome. At ringside and in the ring via chokeslam. So that was pretty awesome. So he was getting booed after he started attacking Cody Rhodes the first time, but he really won the crowd over when he had chokeslammed Cody Rhodes with those two awesome spots. So excellent job here and very well booked. Then we had Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan in a 2 out of 3 I'm sorry, I can't talk today. 2 out of 3 count falls match where Sheamus successfully defended the World Heavyweight Championship. Excellent match between these two. These guys really brought the heat here. Daniel Bryan and Sheamus have yet to have a really good, strong, outstanding match since I don't know when. I mean, these guys have always been put together, but their matches have always been relegated to like 3 or 4 minutes. much less 18 seconds at WrestleMania. So this is an excellent way to really show out, to really show their outstanding abilities in the ring and their outstanding chemistry. So really great match here. Sheamus retaining the title successfully. Predictable move there, but Daniel Bryan will continue to be over without the World Heavyweight Championship. But excellent match here, and Daniel Bryan really dominated most of it, especially with the yes lock, as he's calling it now. So excellent match, as per expected. And we also had Ryback versus two local athletes in a handicap match. Really nothing to say here. Ryback, it's another victory. The Goldberg chants really didn't help Ryback whatsoever. I mean, they're spot on with the Ryback and Goldberg similarities, but they need to progress Ryback into a feud of some sort or an angle of something so he can get over and not be receiving these Goldberg chants like Lord Tensai was receiving the A-Train chants, and he doesn't really do that anymore now that he's already defeated John Cena. So Ryback, a good win for Ryback here, and I'm really glad that he made it on pay-per-view to really push his character into a mainstream monster as they're really pushing him at this point. Then we had CM Punk successfully defend the WWE Championship against Chris Jericho in a Chicago street fight, I should say. An awesome, awesome match. I cannot stress this enough. This match, it started out a little slow, but I really thought the brawling aspect of it would really take away from their chemistry inside of a wrestling match, as we saw in WrestleMania. But it really did help here. Even CM Punk's sister, who interfered in the match at ringside, really nice role there. She really played her role well there. Really loved that part of it. Punk and Jericho had a lot of awesome spots, especially with CM Punk doing the elbow through the table onto Chris Jericho. That was pretty awesome. Jericho doing the code breaker under the chair. That was sick. Then we had Punk with the Anaconda Vice and the go to sleep. An awesome match per expected. Hopefully it's the end of it. But my only con to this match would be that Jericho hasn't meant anything since his return now that he's lost the Royal Rumble, he lost Elimination Chamber, he tapped out at WrestleMania, and he got pinned at Extreme Rules. So Jericho isn't worth shit anymore and just needs to either leave or really need to get heat back on his character to regain any credibility that he once had. Now moving on to Layla versus Nikki Bella. Well, originally it was Nikki Bella versus their former champion Beth Phoenix for the Divas Championship, and it was said that Nikki Bella will continue to defend the title even though Beth Phoenix is still injured. Out comes Layla, the returning Layla that we haven't seen in a year, and she defeated Nikki Bella in about 2.5 minutes to win the Divas Championship. I love Layla, don't get me wrong, but I really don't see how this makes any sense whatsoever because the crowd, as I was expecting Karma to come out and destroy the Bellas as on their way out of the WWE, but that really didn't come to fruition for some reason. I'm not too sure why. Maybe she comes back tonight on Raw. I don't really know. But if they were going to have Layla come back the entire time, then I really don't see the point of giving the title to the Bellas only to have Layla come back and defeat them for it. I really didn't see the point in that. They could have just done a Beth Phoenix versus a Beth Phoenix versus a Layla feud, since Beth Phoenix is supposed to be heel anyways. So I really didn't understand that. I think this makes the title look even more worthless than it looked before. But a good title change there, and I love Layla, and I'm glad that she's a Divas champion. Hopefully we get Karma back sooner rather than later. And moving into the main event, we had John Cena defeat Brock Lesnar in a no-holds-barred match. Before I start ranting on the result of this match, the action in this match, very well done. These guys really brought the pain here, no pun intended. John Cena started bleeding, and I believe the first 30, 40 seconds in the match via the elbows from Brock Lesnar. So that was a very sick visual. Brock Lesnar looked like an absolute monster when he was destroying when he was destroying John Cena, especially when he jumped over the top rope, when he started beating up the referees. That was awesome. They really made well of this stipulation and the environment surrounding them. So very nice job from these two. But since Brock Lesnar nearly broke the arm of John Cena with the Kimura arm lock, love that, by the way. Since I do MMA, I was marking out for that they actually called the name by its real name. They weren't calling it like an arm lock. They legitimately called it the Kimura armbar. Loved that. Thank you, Booker T, Michael Cole, and whoever else was on commentary, Jerry Lawler, whatever. But love that aspect of it. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, this match is just really, really awesome. Nice brawl here. Brock Lesnar dominated the entire thing. Nearly broke John Cena's arm, which was selling an injury angle now. But anyways, Cena pulled out the victory with a attitude adjustment on the steel steps. Now, cool finish to end the match, but again, what point does this serve? Why did John Cena need to pull out the victory? He's already the face of the WWE. Brock Lesnar losing his first match back just makes him look like a pussy. So, I'm sorry. But anyway, moving on. If you lost to John Cena here, what does this really do for him? That's what I'm saying. I mean, losing to John Cena lost to Lord Tensai, he lost to The Rock, so making his character look like a monster again, a superhero, as we would say, really doesn't do anything for John Cena, especially since he's leaving anyway. I like the promo that followed, but you really didn't need to win here. If they had Brock Lesnar destroy John Cena on his way out, that would have made a lot more sense. But very, very strange booking from WWE, but again, this is WWE we're talking about here, so really can't question that. But anyway, the match is really strong. As overall, this pay-per-view was just really, really good and entertaining. I know I was complaining about it a little bit last night on Twitter, but overall, I think this, looking back on it now, this pay-per-view was really, really excellent. A lot of good matches, a lot of good title changes with Rhodes and Layla capturing titles. They had a lot of good results, a lot of predictable results. I think I predicted every match correct except for the Divas match and the main event. But besides that, a lot of good action, some good storytelling, and it really gets me excited moving forward with some of the new winners like Punk, Cody Rhodes is the IC champion, all that good stuff. So anyway, I'm not too sure if I mentioned this in my last WrestleRant video last Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure, but Rey Mysterio was suspended. I know this is old news by this point, but Rey Mysterio was suspended for 60 days for violating the WWE wellness policy. It wasn't cocaine or weed or whatever people are speculating, but it was for some medication. They had to suspend it for 60 days, because it actually is the second violation. But sucks for Ray. I'm not that big of a fan of him anyway. I just hope that he would retire, because he really doesn't add anything more to the WWE anymore at this point. But that's just my 2 cents on that. Hopefully he comes back in a good feud or something back in June, after being out since August of last year, the night after SummerSlam. So hopefully he comes back better than ever and he can overcome his demons, which I really guess you can't say, because he wasn't like a Matt Hardy incident or anything like that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys, now time for my shameless plugs. You guys can follow me on Twitter at @same_us_GSM and my alter ego account at SarcasticSmark. Visit my website at nextwrestling.weebly.com for all the WWE, TNA, rumors, recaps, and more. Extreme Rules review coming up either tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I don't have enough time today. You guys can check out spoilers this upcoming Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Probably going to be reviewing Extreme Rules. No guest this week. WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka will be on the show next month, so we're going to get that situated. What else? A new dance video coming up tomorrow, so if you guys like that stuff, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. And check out the new dance video as well as my new video of me wrestling a pillow. I know that seems a little far-fetched and a little weird, but, you know, that's just me for you, so I really don't give a shit. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys hit me up on Twitter with any wrestling questions, and make sure you enjoy Raw tonight. So this is GSM signing out. Until next time, guys.